Cornwall, Tennessee. '19 on camera. Spencer Hughes as he slides her around. One more lap here in this session. Hughes is quickest. Weaver and Heiss. So two of the ATC Bolts Rookie of the Year candidates in our Dirt Draft Super Late Model Hot Laps for the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series. On track. And Weaver goes to the top of the pops, a 13.083. Cameron Weaver. First to be on top in 2024, the Dirt Draft Super Late Model Hot Laps. And there's going to be a bunch of them coming out. If you're just tuning in, we're at Talladega Short Track to Esta Boga, Alabama, right across from the Talladega Super Speedway. The 11 on track, Austin Smith, Cedartown, Georgia. The white car. Following him around, the red and black machine known far and wide in the Southeast. That is Corey Hedgecock. I think 215 slid in there. Skip Freeman, Pell City. This blue and black machine. And there is the Rookie of the Year for 2023, Florida's Trey Mills. Mills Concrete Machine. Mark Fleischer, Yulee, Florida. And the two, that is Caden Mullinex from Birmingham, Alabama. Caden's got his hats, by the way, in the Hunt the Front souvenir trailer. Now, not that you watching at home can run over to the trailer. If you were, I would say get a ticket and come in and watch the race, too. But if you're here, you want some Caden gear, nice thing to get. Rucker Orr, Noonan, Georgia. That sure looks like an old Heckin-ass car. Wonder if Frank Jr. sold it to him from Illinois. There's yours. Austin Smith. That white blur going through 1 and 2. The 11 down the back straightaway. Hedgecock first in the 12s. Corey Hedgecock first in the 12s. 12.907. 12.907. Corey Hedgecock has his machine down there in the 12-second range. Everybody else now. Trey Mills drops it into the 12. Mills with a 12.98 as Dykes waves the checkers. So Hedgecock and Mills with Smith, Weaver, and Hughes behind him, but Hedgecock and Mills the first two drivers to go sub-13. Sub-13 here in our Dirt Draft Hot Laps. Hedgecock, by the way, did forward his paperwork, and he will be a part of the tour going forward. How about Brandon Overton? Big Sexy coming out. Look at that 76 machine. And how about this one? Yang, Bloomquist, Bloomer, whatever you want to call him, Rico's friend. No weak links. The Zero is on track and signed up to be a part of the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series for 2024. There's the one joining us. That's Todd Morrow in that car. No, excuse me. Is that Dodson? Ethan Dodson. That's Ethan. Saw the 74 on that one. How about the Rolex? If his cousin can be Fergie time, well then Carson is the Rolex, the 93. I've watched Carson Ferguson since he was literally 8 years old. And another one that we've been seeing for years, multi-time series champion, different series. Entering South Carolina, Zach Mitchell. Bad boy, David McCoy, the 187. Couple of Coltman Farms machines on track right now. Green, green, green. And the one of Todd Morrow. Todd, former go-kart racer way back in the day. Overton already starting to climb up the speeds. Dodson now into the top 5. Oh, look at Overton. Power coming through 4 down the front straightaway. Now Zach Mitchell decides to punish turn 4. Overton's quickest. Overton puts it 12.833. 12.833 for Brandon Overton. Corey Hedgecock's going to slide to second. Mills, then Dotson. It is Brandon Overton. Zach Mitchell's finishing 7th there. He's the one on camera. Here comes another bunch. This is Royal Rumble and then some. And I'm not trying to get too deep into the wrestling analogies, but when they open up the chain gates to send these boys out, it is warriors coming out to this racetrack. The F1, Peyton Freeman, Commerce, Georgia. Right up there off of 85. How about Joseph Joyner, number 2 in points? This is the driver that spent all winter going, what if I could have had 11 points? Where could I have made those points up? How about the 97? Cody Bear, as he is affectionately called by a certain lady friend of his. Cody Bear. Cody Overton. The 4. Trent Ivy, not in the 88. The Deuce, Bo Slay, Milton, Florida. Great to have Bo running the series this year. You're watching Dirt Drafts, Super Late Model Hot Laps. How about the Show Me 100 winner, the 22, Chris Ferguson. The Live Oak Machine. Oh, Tyler Millwood. What a cool dude. I went and saw a lot of drivers. I missed seeing Tyler, and I regret that I didn't get to where he was. As always, a fun guy to chat with. 78 on track. That is Matthew Ricciardo from up in Muscle Shoals. They're looking to best a 12.833. You're watching the number 1 of Peyton Freeman doing his best to try to do it. Starting to get a little character there in 3. Joseph Joyner now on the loud pedal. I like the way he went through 1 and 2. Let's see if Joyner's time could jump up. Overton still the fastest of the bunch on track. A lot of others moving around behind him. Ferguson, not 8th. Thought it was 9th for a second, but got quicker somehow. Hughes is 9th. Looks like Ferguson probably the fastest out of that bunch. Nobody of that group faster than 13.153 that Chris put out there. Joyner did end up pretty good, 10th, 13.188, and another set of them. Pretty much these heats could be features anywhere across the country. Oh, this driver's always tough. Making his way out, the 16, the Baird Machine, Sam Seawright. And the 6, Clay Harris. How about the speed weeks that guy had in this rocket? Clay Harris. And there's Air Force, Ashton Winger. Oh, I have some goofy photos of him when he was racing Bandoleros. Man, when I would call the summer shootout with him back in the day. Will Rowland. What a gas to talk to his father, the proprietor of Rowland Tire, and the businesses that they run there in Jasper, Georgia. The Augusta Aquatics machine, the 42 of Clay Knight. Augusta Aquatics doing work here in Alabama. Doing a nice job. Augusta Aquatics, 44. Next out, Dalton Cook, Salem, Alabama. another one of the Heart of Dixie drivers. The 70 machine, Jeff Smith. Grassy Smith, his granddad. And so much. There we go. Freddie, of course. How about the 11 of Jeff Smith? Excuse me, the 70. We got things swapped around. Yeah, it didn't look like many too fast out of that. Overton's 12.833, the best of them. Michael Page, first out in this next group to go under Will Dyke's flag. The 79, that's Donald McIntosh. 25, Tim Roselle, Anniston. Had dinner in Anniston last night with the group. Nice places up there. 25, just out of range. We just saw him. There's the 14 on camera. That's Will Harrington. Except for Matt Williamson, who runs in the Big Block Modified Series, I think we have all the drivers with only 3 letters racing with us here in this series. Josh Henry, Newport, Tennessee. Heard the pave track up there in Newport's on its way back. 63, Tanner English. Bullfrog Machine. Tanner's run well here. Harry, there's the champ. Josh Putnam, Florence, Alabama. That is the standard right now. And heavy is the head that wears the crown, as all these drivers you've been watching come out and more throughout the season are going to be trying to knock off that 112. Cruz Skinner in the 11. Green, green, green. We go again. Putnam on camera, the 2-1-2. What a laid-back, cool dude. Nice for a champion, polite, interacting with the fans. Whoa, McIntosh interacting with what looked like a hole or something there, and almost going up and over. So that's the end of Hunt the Front Super Dirt Model Dirt Draft Hot Laps with Brandon Overton, Corey Hedgecock, Trey Mills, and Ethan Dotson, the top 4. What a night ahead for us here on HuntTheFront.tv.
Next on the tracks, one of our local divisions, the Great Racing USA Modifieds, the semi-open wheel cars. All these cars are powered by the GM Performance Parts 602 all-steel engine. This has been a very competitive division in 2023. We had 7 winners in the modified division over the course of about 18 races, with Chris Yarborough having 8 wins, which was very, very impressive. 11 cars in the house tonight. Some of our regular racers are not ready. And the number 22 will be Mike Rominger out of Briarfield, Alabama. Jamie Gowers in the 25 out of Vincent. Shane Griffin out of Atala in the 110. Tyler Hill in the 55 out of Wadawi. Michael Isbell out of Lincoln, a local boy in the 19. Tyler Hurst out of Lineville in the 1H. Be Tyler Watts out of Mumford in the 31. William Blair out of Whitesburg, Georgia. Scotty Hyatt out of Wadawi, Alabama, and he is a beast in this division. Even though he got only 1 win, he's been running a tri-track modified series a lot. Brett Gray out of Dallas, Georgia, and Lonnie Newton out of Raglan in the number 2. First hot lap session, only hot lap session for the Great Racing USA Modifieds. Keep your eye on that number 57 of Scotty Hyatt. He's going into turn number 1. You see a couple cars, the number 17 and the number 25 have a little bit of fun on hunt2front.tv. Once again, I am Late Model Mark, your announcer here at Talladega Short Track for the 2024 season. It's my 11th year announcing here at TST, and I never get tired of it, and I love it. The track record here for the Modifieds, even though they won't be qualifying, is a nice 15:27 by David Kay. That was set back way in August of 2020. These boys will draw for their heat position. They already have. There'll be 2 heats of 8 laps each for the Modifieds here tonight. See number 17 slowing in turn number 3, actually pulling in the infield out of 2. That was Brett Gray out of Dallas, Georgia, one of them Georgia boys who comes and plays here at Talladega Short Track. Now these cars have all good suspension parts that some of the late models do. One big difference is they run that really, really hard. I believe it's the H500 Hoosier. It's a little bit narrower than the late model tire, and it is about as hard as my head, so it lasts a long time out on the racetrack. Very inexpensive tire. Well, there's nothing inexpensive for racing anymore, but it's a little cheaper than a super late model tire. They run about $250, I think, if it has not gone up. Next up, the front-wheel drive boys. It'll be the Hot Shots / SCDRA. We have 18 of the front-wheel drive boys here at Talladega Short Track. Understand in the 604, we have a driver change. It is Brad Berry. The Rockledge Rocket will be driving for Red Farmer tonight. Thank you for that update, Jeremiah. Scotty Hyatt was quickest with a 15:75 in that hot lap session. But 18 hot shots. Your track champion in this division was J.J. McAvoy. He had 3 wins. Our big winner, Lee Hutchison, had 6. We had 8 winners in 18 races, a very competitive class. Cale Deese out of Edgefield, South Carolina. One of them SCDRA boys was quick in that session at 17:25. Whenever we qualify the hot shots, like at the Ice Bowl, 17:35 is the track record. So Mr. Deese is a 10th and change under the existing track record. I say existing fast. Second flight of the hot shots will be coming out here. The 7X of Logan McVeigh was second quick at a 17:33. This is a mix of our regular Talladega Short Track hot shots and part of the Sport Compact Dirt Racing Association that runs here a big $5,000 to win show in October, usually to close out our season. So they're combining the classes. They're fairly close. The SCDRA may have a little edge in motor and suspension. Not too much, but just a little bit of edge. Still Cale Deese out of South Carolina, quick with a 17:25, and looks like that'll be the quickest of the hot lap session here at Talladega Short Track as we wrap up hot laps here tonight. Just a few minutes, we'll do our prayer and national anthem, and then we'll get into Hunt the Front Super Late Model qualifying. It's just a few minutes before 7 o'clock, 6:56, according to my very cheap and old cell phone. Making now 6:57. And the last and final flight of the Hot Shots is on the track right now. So we started about 6:20 or so. And we'll wrap it up just a little bit before 7 o'clock. Once again, you'll see the Talladega Short Track Coca-Cola scoreboard in turn number 3. In red will be the times for the cars when they qualify. Positions 1 through 5 on the bottom. Once again, the scales in the center of the track, as well as our victory lane, our Talladega Short Track Coca-Cola victory lane here at the Hornets Nest. You will see on Hunt the Front TV, now watch these two cars go into turn 3. You see those yellow cones? That is the fire zone. Right in the middle of the turn, you'll see the yellow, or like freeway workers picking up trash color. And the final cone just coming out of turn number 4, that is the firebox. So once again, that will wrap up hot laps here. So we'll be a few minutes away. Once I get the word, we'll call up the supers. 46 cars, two groups of cars here for the super late models. Group A and Group B.